Today we're going to show you how to make our Three Sisters mountain range cutting board. This is a 10-inch by 14-inch board with cherry wood for the sky and walnut for the mountains. First thing we're going to do is start cutting up some wood with our miter saw. We oversize our cuts to begin with. We're cutting these at 15 inches, even though we will finish at 14. Then we will flatten one face on the jointer. From there we will take them over to the planer and flatten the opposite side. Then we'll flatten one edge on the back to the jointer, and then we'll fourth side on the table saw. So now we have two sets of parallel sides. The next step is going to be cutting the mountain range profiles out with the CNC router machine. We're cutting out the walnut mountains to start with. Little cleanup pass there. Now we'll put the cherry pieces into the machine. We'll cut those out. Those are going to be the sky portion of the cutting board. Another cleanup pass to help these fit nice and smooth. Here we're going to slow it down, show you how we clamp it in the great clamp machine that we have. A little bit of Titebond 3 wood glue, pressure arm to keep that board from popping up. Then we tighten the clamps, wipe off some of the glue. The next day we will pull these out of the clamp machine. We'll take them over to the sander, where we will start with our dual overhead sander with a 36 grit belt in the front, 80 in the back. The 80 doesn't do much at this point. We're just trying to get the boards flat after the glue up. After they're flat, we'll change out that front belt to a 60 grit. So now we're doing 60 and 80. Getting all the grooves out from the 36 grit. Now we're going to change to our fine belts of 120 in the front, 150 in the back. We're going to finish these out to 3/4 inch. Now we're going to cut these to the 10-inch height and 14 inches wide, left to right. On our saw stop table saw. Now we're going to tilt our blade 45 degrees and cut a bevel for the underside of the board. After the bevels are cut, we're going to take them over to our 100-watt CO2 laser. We're going to engrave these for some of our incredible clients at Northwestern Mutual. Thank you, Ilana and Connor, for using us for your client gifts. We really appreciate it. Now we're going to do some final sanding. This is starting out with 120 grit with the Mirka Deros 5-inch orbital sanders. Once we get all the scratches and all the profiles smoothed out, we will then do a light wipe down with a damp cloth to help pop out that wood grain before we final sand at 220 grit. Get these nice and smooth before we put our finishes on. First round we do is a coating of food grade mineral oil, which helps penetrate down into the wood. We don't want these cutting boards to dry out. Then we'll finish them with a mix of beeswax and mineral oil from Howard's Products. Now we are putting on the final touches with the rubber feet on the bottom. A little bit of raffia to wrap around it, make it look like a nice gift. Then we're going to box them up, put our sticker on them, and we are done. Let us know if there's any custom gifts that we can create for you and your clients.